Power discuss. Next one now, hydrogen bond. Ionic bond lo the electrostatic attraction forces two oppositely charged ions. This is called ionic bond. Then hydrogen bond, the bond for the electrostatic attraction forces between partially positively charged, partially positive charged atoms, that is hydrogen atom, like then polar molecules of high electronegativity, polar molecules of high electronegativity atoms like nitrogen and fluorine and oxygen. In the same molecules or different molecules is formed hydrogen bond. The hydrogen bond formed between electrostatic forces in between partially positive charged atom, that is a hydrogen atom, and the polar molecules of high electronegativity atoms, like nitrogen and fluorine and oxygen, in the same or either different substances to form a hydrogen bond. What is the polar molecule? What is the polar molecule and what is the polar molecule? If the structure of the molecule, at the one end of the partially positive charge and another end of the partially negative charge molecule, it is called polar molecules. This is the structure of the one of the end of the partially positive charge and the other end of the partially negative charge molecule, that is polar molecule. Next one, then hydrogen bond is weaker than ionic and covalent bond. That is, a hydrogen bond is strength is 10 to 50 kilos of mole inverse. Hydrogen bond strength is 10 to 50 kilos of mole inverse. There are two types of hydrogen bond: intermolecular hydrogen bond and intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular and intramolecular hydrogen bond. First one, intermolecular hydrogen bond. This type of hydrogen bond is formed between the different substances or the same polar molecules, either same or different polar molecules. It is formed intermolecular hydrogen bond. This bond formation between two different polar molecules or either the same molecules, it is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. For example, then hydrogen fluoride, then hydrogen bond, it is denoted as dotted lines. It is denoted as dotted lines. Intermolecular hydrogen bond example, hydrogen fluoride, then hydrogen is partially positive charge and fluorine is partially negative charge. Another hydrogen atom partially positive and partially negative. This is a polar molecule. Then water molecule, oxygen partially negative, hydrogen partially positive, another hydrogen partially positive charge. Then hydrogen bond, oxygen partially negative and hydrogen partially positive charge. And then intermolecular hydrogen bond, the bond formation between the different or either same polar molecules is called intermolecular hydrogen bond. For example, hydrogen fluoride and H2O, water. Then intramolecular hydrogen bond, then the bond formation of the intermolecular hydrogen bond is the same molecules of the bond formation of intramolecular hydrogen bond. For example, orthonitrophenol. Then orthonitrophenol's nature is benzene ring, nitro, NO2, phenol, OH. This is the orthonitrophenol. Then another example is orthohydroxy benzaldehyde. This is the benzene ring. Then benzaldehyde CHO, that is aldehyde functional group. Hydroxy, that is O and H. This is orthohydroxy benzaldehyde and orthonitrophenol. This is the same molecule, the bond formation between same molecule, then it is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. This is the same molecule, one benzene ring and another benzene ring. It is the same molecules. Okay. This is the hydrogen bond. Next one, bond order. What is meant by bond order? How to calculate the bond order? The number of bonds between two atoms, then it is called bond order. The number of bonds in between two atoms, then it is called bond order. How to calculate the bond order? In molecular orbital, energy theory, energy diagram, in the bond order is calculated to separate electron configuration. That is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2p x2, pi 2py2, sigma 2p z2. Next, pi star 2p x2, pi star 2py2, sigma star 2p z2. Then the bond order, the difference, the number of bonds between two atoms, then it is called bond order. Then the bond order is calculated to how many number of bonding orbitals in molecule Nb, number of bonding orbitals. Na, number of anti-bonding orbitals, by 2. This formula is applicable to calculate the bond order. NB means number of bonding orbitals. Na means number of anti-bonding orbitals by 2. స్టార్ గుర్తు ఉండేటివి యాంటీ-బాండింగ్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్, స్టార్ గుర్తు లేనివి బాండింగ్ ఆర్బిటాల్స్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ nitrogen N2. Calculate the bond order. First of all, we will write the electron configuration. N2. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. N2. How many electrons we will get in nitrogen? 14 electrons. Then 14 electrons electron configuration. Sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, sigma 2pz2. This is the N2 molecular orbital energy electron configuration. This is 14 electrons. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 electrons. Calculate the bond order. This formula Nb minus Na. How many bonding electrons in N2? Bonding electrons 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many anti-bonding electrons? Star group 10 get 2, 4, 10 minus 4, 6. That is 2. 10 minus 4, 6 by 2. That is 3. In nitrogen, definition is bond order. The number of bonds between two atoms, then it is called bond order. One nitrogen atom and another nitrogen atom. Then how many bonds will appear in nitrogen and nitrogen atom in between? 3 bonds. Then nitrogen contains triple bond. Nitrogen ki మధ్య ఏ బంధం ఉంటుంది? Triple bond అనేది ఉంటుంది. అలాగే then calculate the O2 molecule. Bond order and calculate the O2 molecule. How many electrons in O2 molecule? How many electrons? 16 electrons. Oxygen electron atomic number is 8. 1 oxygen 8. O2 molecule is 16 electrons. We will get electron configuration sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2. Same repeated ఇంతవరకు repeated గా వస్తుంది 14 electrons వరకు. pi 2py2, pi 2px2, 2py2, sigma 2pz2. ఇక్కడ నుండి pi star 2py1, pi star 2px1, pi star 2py1. Then the bond order calculate చేసినప్పుడు how many bonding electrons? 2. How many bonding electrons? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Bonding electrons is 10. Anti-bonding electrons 2,
4,
sigma star 2s2 కూడా ఉంది.
6,
ఎన్ని?
6.
By 2, 4 by 2, that is 2. How many bonds are involved in the oxygen atom in the oxygen atom? 2 bonds. Then oxygen 1 atom and another oxygen atom, there is only 2 bonds. It is a double bond. Oxygen ki madhya ఏ బంధం ఉంటుంది? Double bond. ఇక్కడ nitrogen ki madhya ఏ బంధం ఉంటుంది? Triple bond. Then another example, O2 minus. O2 minus మన bond order ని calculate చేయాలి అంటే how many electrons we will get to O2 minus? 16 or 17. O2 minus 1 electron is gained. One electron is gained. How many electrons? 17 electrons. 17 electrons annappudu that is the sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, pi 2p x2, pi 2p y2, pi 2p z2, 5 star 2p x1, 5 star 2p y1, 5 star 2p z1. That is bonding electrons is 10, anti-bonding electrons is 7. That is 2. 10 minus 7? 3. 3 by 2. It is O2 minus bond order is 1.5. O2 minus bond order is 1.5. Then another example, O2 plus. O2 plus how many electrons? O2 plus. The losses of one electron, actually O2 molecules electron 16 electrons. O2 plus one electron is lost, there is only 15 electrons. 15 electrons అన్నప్పుడు మనం ఇంతవరకే తీసుకుంటాం. 5 star 2p 1 వరకు. After then number of bonding electrons 10, anti-bonding electrons is 5, that is 2, 5 by 2, that is 2.5. Then the O2 plus ion, O2 plus molecule bond order is 2.5. Kana bond order ante enti? The number of bonds between in two atoms, and it is called bond order. Then the bond order calculated to the anti-bonding bonding orbitals, the bonding electrons minus anti-bonding electrons by 2. ఈ ఫార్ములా ఉపయోగించి మనం ఏ మూలకానికైనా if any element calculate the bond order. కదా